This is Streamlined News for Monday, March 7th, 2011, brought to you by SwimOutlet.com, the web's most popular swim shop. It's March, which means it's championship season not only in the United States, but elsewhere around the globe. A lot of world-class times were put up in various meets, so let's get started with a surprise American record by Elizabeth Pelton in the 200-yard backstroke at the Maryland State Championships. Pelton cranked out a 149.16, erasing Natalie Coughlin's 9-year-old record of 149.52. Pelton had been swimming well all weekend, but hadn't posted anything that suggested an American record was in the cards. She posted a pretty good 144.8 in the 200 free and 52.10 in the 100 back earlier in the weekend. Pelton wasn't the only record breaker this weekend. On Saturday, Tom Shields set an NCAA record in the 200 fly with a 140.31, breaking Sean Frazier's record of 140.75. That's the third fastest performance in history, behind two sub-140s by, who else? Michael Phelps. Shields also showed off what could be a different program for the NCAA meet. Instead of swimming the 100 fly and 200 free double on the second day, it appears Shields will be doing the 100 fly and 100 back, a double that is also quite difficult but has been accomplished by such legendary swimmers as Jay Mortensen and Albert Subaratz. At the Pac-10 meet, Shields finished second in the 100 fly to Austin Staub and won the 100 backstroke in 45.65, the third fastest time going into the NCAAs. Shields' great swims, Nathan Adrian's sweep of the sprint freestyles, and Cal's victories in 4 of the 5 relays wasn't enough to beat Stanford, who won the Pac-10 team title for the 30th straight time. The Cardinal took the championship by 47 points over Cal, the closest margin of victory in at least the past 5 years. Austin Staub was a big leader for Stanford, winning the 200 IM and 100 fly and placing third in the 100 free. More streaks stayed alive at the National Junior College Swimming and Diving Championships. Indian River recorded the 37th consecutive win for the men's team, while the women won their 30th in a row. Daytona State, which had been dealing with some setbacks out of the pool, was second in both team races. At the NAIA level, Fresno Pacific won its second men's team title, while Cal Baptist was the women's team champion. 11 men's and 10 women's division records were broken at the 4-day meet. Alex Peters was responsible for 2 of those women's records, setting new marks in the 200 and 500 freestyles. David Hibbert of Simon Fraser set 2 men's records in the 100 and 200 freestyles, and Alex Groudens of the Savannah College of Art and Design set new marks in the 500 and 1650 freestyles. And rounding out the college conference championship season was a surprise victory at the men's Ivy League championships. Princeton edged out Harvard for the team title by just 5.5 points. Harvard beat Princeton in the final event, the 400 free relay, but Princeton was able to hold on to the lead and win their 3rd straight conference title. If you need to catch up on all the college swimming action from the past weekend, you can find recaps on our college channel at swimmingworld.com. And Michael Phelps won all 5 of his events at the Indianapolis Grand Prix, posting world-leading times in all of them. We told you about his 200 free and 100 fly wins on Friday's Streamlined News, and he followed those up with a close win in the 200 fly. Saturday brought on the promise of a battle with Ryan Lochte in the 200 IM, but with Lochte feeling the effects of hard training, he was never in the race. Phelps won the 200 IM in 156.88, with Lochte fading on the breaststroke leg to finish second in 159.19. Jason Lezak looked like he was going to win the 100 free from lane 8, but Phelps turned on the afterburners in the final 25 meters to post another top time in 48.89. Matt Grievers used his 6'8" frame to get his hand on the wall in second with a 50.01, with Lezak third in 50.08. And though he wasn't as sharp as we've seen him, Lochte did leave Indy with a couple of big wins. He won the 200 back in 157.63 on Saturday. But the most talked about win was in the 100 back, where he and Grievers tied with a time of 54.08. Also in that race was 15-year-old Ryan Murphy, who finished 7th with a 55.56, lowering the national age group record of 55.61 he shared with Jacob Pebley. Murphy also dipped under the 2-minute barrier in the 200 back for the first time with a 4th place finish in Indy of 159.79. Missy Franklin also posted 2 lifetime best times in Indianapolis. On Saturday, she swam a lifetime best time of 2:07.96 in the 200 back, but the more impressive swim was the 59.56 she put up in the 100 backstroke. That swim enabled her to extend her lead in the world rankings by a few tenths. Franklin is still the points leader in the Grand Prix, although, as we have said before, she's not taking the $20,000 grand prize in order to retain her collegiate eligibility. Usmanuli holds on to second place after winning the 400 IM and 400 and 1500 freestyles, along with a second place in the 200 free. Lots more great swimming took place in Indianapolis, and you can read about all of them in our recaps on our USA channel at swimmingworld.com. And our thanks to Universal Sports for providing great footage from the Grand Prix meet. Great Britain is selecting its swimming team for the World Championships right now, and so far, Rebecca Adlington is the star of the British Nationals in Manchester. The Olympic champion in the 400 free now has the fastest time in the world in that event, a 4:02.84, that is light years ahead of the rest of the world, at least at the moment. Just for the record, Adlington almost surpassed the fastest swim in a textile suit, a 4:02.13 swum by Laura Manadou in 2006. Selection for the world team is not as simple as touching the wall first or second. You have to swim faster than the FINA A standard as well, and a couple of swimmers have felt the effects of the selection policy. Robbie Renwick won the men's 400 free, but will not be going to Shanghai in that event, as his time of 3:51.90 was off the FINA cut of 3:49.96. Renwick is the Commonwealth champ in the 200 free, so expect him to put up a time fast enough to earn a ticket to Shanghai. Hannah Miley is mostly known as a 400 IMer, but she put up the fastest 200 IM in the world yesterday with a 2:12.01. Ellen Gandy looks to be another big star of the meet, putting up a 57.68 in the 100 fly, the second fastest time in the world, and setting herself up later in the week for her better event, the 200 fly. Tonight's finals will see Britain's two reigning world champions. Liam Tancock, the world champion and world record holder in the 50 back, will be the top seed for the 100 back. And world record holder Gemma Spofford will face off against Elizabeth Simmons for the 2 spots in the women's 100 backstroke. Results of tonight's finals will be available on swimmingworld.com, and our thanks to British Swimming for providing footage from their nationals. Hurst and Melissa Gorman had no problems winning the 10K open water races in Penrith, Australia on Saturday, giving them the top spot on the Aussie open water world team. Hurst was an Olympian in the 10K in 2008, and Gorman won the 5K world title in 2009. Now, we're only in the first full week of March, and more fast swimming is yet to come. Later this week is the Division II Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships, and as we mentioned, the British Championships will continue through Saturday. We'll be on top of it all at swimmingworld.com, so be sure to check back often. That's going to do it for Streamlined News today. Thanks for watching. Record holder Gemma Spofford will face off against Elizabeth Simmons for the 2 spots in the women's 100 backstroke. Results of tonight's finals will be available on swimmingworld.com, and our thanks to British Swimming for providing footage from their nationals. Hurst and Melissa Gorman had no problems winning the 10K open water races in Penrith, Australia on Saturday, giving them the top spots on the Aussie open water world team. Hurst was an Olympian in the 10K in 2008, and Gorman won the 5K world title in 2009. Now, we're only in the first full week of March, and more fast swimming is yet to come. Later this week is the Division II Men's and Women's Swimming and Diving Championships, and as we mentioned, the British Championships will continue through Saturday. We'll be on top of it all at swimmingworld.com, so be sure to check back often. That's going to do it for Streamlined News today. Thanks for watching.